Hi everyone, hope all of you are doing really well. So for today I decided to take upon a subject that is really spoken of. We speak about women a lot, we speak about their emotions a lot, but we rarely speak about what men are going through, what their feelings are, and what they feel when it comes to their emotions, their mental state. So I decided that I'm going to touch upon that topic a little bit because nobody talks about it as much as they talk about women and women empowerment. So I decided maybe we should start making a change by talking about men and their emotions for the change, and by showing them off, as normally as women do. So I hope you guys will really like it. I'm just going to discuss whatever I have read, whatever I have studied. So I hope you will enjoy it. And if there would be anything good or bad, please do let me know in the comments and I would be happy to know. So I would like to start from the beginning. When a baby is born, irrespective of their gender, they have the same kind of behavior. If a girl is hungry, so she will cry for food and for milk, and if a guy would be hungry, he will do the same exact behavior. So it's not innate in their gender that they have to behave in a different way. Otherwise, a girl would do something else and a guy would do something else. So they are not born with it. They are born with the exact same behavior, but it depends upon the social institutions that are around them. It depends upon the parents, it depends upon the family, the relatives, what are they teaching them. So it is even shown in a research that a guy who is 2 years old would be less verbally expressive as compared to a girl who is 2 years old. And why is that happening? Because of the parents, because of the social institutions. They're not actually, deliberately doing it, but it's actually happening because we are teaching the guys to not show their emotions, to not cry on small things, to not weep a lot, and we give them different kind of toys. So we are basically teaching our children to have a certain kind of behavior, to be in a certain kind of environment. When it comes to guys, we give them trucks and toys and cars to play with, but when it comes to girls, we give them dolls and Barbies to play with. And that kind of differentiation basically brings about the change. When a guy is hurt, we tell him not to cry because it's not manly to cry, and when a girl is hurt, we will let her cry because it's okay, she is hurt. But this is actually wrong. We should change this kind of gender stereotype behavior so that the children can learn, they can develop on their own, and they can decide what they want to do, so that their behavior would not be something that is influenced by our culture and by our thought processes. There was once an article published by APA that traditional masculinity can hurt boys, which is actually true. When we teach the guys to not show their emotions a lot, to not cry, to not weep on small things, we are actually teaching them to not have this behavior and to be actually strong. Don't show off your emotions a lot because it would not be considered masculine in our thought processes because of what we have been taught as children. But it is absolutely wrong. And we can see it even in the younger generation. When a guy would come to you and he would cry for hours, you would be like, be a man and don't cry. You should be a man and hold up, whatever happened and move on and everything. But actually, we don't let them feel. We don't let them show what they feel, which is why we have the problem that men are not expressive, because we are not allowing them to be expressive. We are not giving them that space to be, okay if you cry, and be okay if you have a lot of emotions and you want to express them. We have given that space to girls, which is because of the stereotypes that we have in our society, which is actually what we need to change. We need to change that stereotype. We need to understand that even a man can cry and it's completely okay. It would not decrease any of his masculine aspects, and it is completely fine to be expressive about your emotions and to cry and to share whatever you are feeling. So when it comes to health, it is shown in research that men have more chances of cardiovascular diseases than women, and they seek out for help less than women do. And why is it so? Because they are not used to expressing their stress. They keep it all inside, and that boosts their anxiety levels, they get more stressed and they get more depression prone, but they don't actually talk about it, which we can actually see in our every household as well. When it comes to fathers, they will not express any stress that they are going through, whether it is their workplace or financially or emotionally. But when it comes to our mothers, they are more expressive. They say if they are feeling low, they say if they have an issue, but it's not the same case with our fathers, which is actually what we need to change. Men seek out less for help. They go less to a psychiatrist or a counselor or a psychologist for help because they are not conditioned in that way. What we need to change is that we need to understand as as human beings, that it's okay if men are going to be expressive. They can at the same amount complain as much as women do. They can have the same amount of stresses, and what men really need to understand is that they need to be a little more open and they need to change what they are conditioned like, because that is actually going to bring a change and that will actually help them to reduce their stresses and their anxieties, because it is good if you talk about the problems that you are dealing with. So at last, what I would like to say is that as a society, we should try to come all together and try to cultivate a change where people can say whatever they want, they can express whatever they are feeling, irrespective of their gender. We should try to create an environment where people can be open and can be vocal about whatever they are feeling and make a change for this generation and for future generations, so that they can heal properly, they can be healthy and happy.